Rear Admiral Frank Anderson graduated from East Tennessee State University in 1950 and soon after entered the University of Tennessee College of Dentistry. He was commissioned an ensign in 1952 in the U.S. Naval Reserve, and over the course of more than 30 years of service, served in a wide variety of assignments both on active duty as well as in a reserve capacity. Now, initially, sir, I questioned your judgment in joining the Navy. I really did. It was difficult for me. I thought, gosh, if I had been the professor of military science, I could have figured out a way to get him in the Army. And then I looked at the dates, and I'd like to think that he graduated in 50, we showed up in 52. I like to think that I would have been able to talk you into the Army if I was back then, sir. But the more I looked at your bio, sir, and obviously all three of these gentlemen have got very impressive history, I began to recognize the brilliance of your decision when I looked at some of your duty assignments. San Diego, California, New Orleans, Louisiana, Mayport and Jacksonville, Florida, Hawaii. Those are a little bit different than much of the time I've spent in Killeen, Texas, and Fayetteville, North Carolina. So well done, sir. Well done. You did very well. You'll note a strong Marine pedigree in Admiral Anderson's bio, as he obviously was a naval officer, but the Navy's tasked to not only provide the ships to move our Marines, but also the medical expertise to care for them. And he had time serving afloat on both the USS Saratoga and the USS Nimitz. Now, Admiral, I had to practice this several times, so you'll have to bear with me. Admiral Anderson's final assignment was as the Deputy Chief of the Dental Division for Reserve Affairs Bureau of Medicine and Surgery in Washington, D.C. So I did practice that numerous times. That was a tough one to work through. You know, several highlights of his military decorations include the Legion of Merit, the Meritorious Service Medal, and the Excellent Rifle Marksmanship Badge. My father-in-law is a Marine. As I walked him through this bio, he said, you know, I would bet that his time with the Marines helped him attain that Expert Rifle Marksmanship Badge. Beyond an exceptional naval career, Admiral Anderson brought back his leadership to this community, serving on the ETSU Foundation Board, and is awarded the Alumni Award of Honor in 1979, the Distinguished Alumni of the Armed Forces in 1989, and he and his wife, Betty, continue their support as the Bronze Society contributors to the ETSU Foundation. Admiral Anderson's married to Betty J. Anderson, as I mentioned. She is an ETSU grad. They have 3 children. 2 of them graduated right here from ETSU. And sir, while we will no doubt be cheering for different teams on the Army-Navy football game day, it's truly a great honor to have you with us today, sir, and to induct you into the Buccaneer Battalion Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Dr. Nolan, Colonel Bishop, ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Rowe, and Mrs. Pam Rowe, and all the other distinguished guests. I appreciate all of you coming out today. You know, the Colonel was very complimentary, and I could give you a lot of reasons. If it had the ROTC unit here, I would have been sitting in the back row, way behind General Hyatt, and I'd probably been about an E8 or E9. Luckily, I chose the right service. But this is certainly a very proud day, a very humbling day, and I guess one that I would have to say, when the Colonel said, you're going to be first, I said, okay, I know I'm the oldest of the 3, and I'm the most senior man in rank, probably. But I said, you could kind of slide me down a little bit and put General Harrell on here because he's had a more distinguished military career. But I am very proud and very humbled at this honor. And I would like to say, to be part of this slate, and I've been to every function since they've initiated the Wall of Fame. The first fellow they had, and I don't believe that gentleman's here today, but I know General Hyatt was inducted in, and after 45 minutes, Ron had to pull on his coat to get him to sit down. He was a great guy, but he loved to talk. Am I telling the truth, Ron? Sergeant Gentry, great guy. But, you know, when I stand here and I see the slate of honorees and to feel how lucky I am to be part of it, I really applaud General Harrell because he had a very distinguished military career and is a true American hero, and I salute you, Gabe. And then we've got Mayor, Captain, Dan Mahoney, who has done everything, and I mean everything if you've lived here. He's given to the ETSU and his resources, his time, the city of Johnson City's mayor, and gee, what a great group we have, and I feel so very honored. Now, the one thing I am proud of, I had 2 military careers. One, I had a military career that I thoroughly enjoyed. I really did. Then I had a professional career in dentistry. And if you wonder why I was so motivated during that time, it's because I had a 4-star flag officer push me, my wife, Betty. And believe me, she was tough. And occasionally Dr. Dorman Stout would pitch in a word now and then. He was tough. But really, it's been great. I love the military, the camaraderie that went with it, and I feel how fortunate that I am. Now, somebody has asked me several times, and I can tell you a lot of funny stories, but I'm allotted only 5 minutes. They said, why'd you join the Navy? I said, well, it's pretty simple. As a kid, I grew up on a farm, and I said, I always envisioned myself being on a Navy ship on the ocean blue and traveling to all over the world. Well, man, when I went on active duty, did I get a shock. I get orders to the Marine Corps ground and aviation personnel. And that was a privilege, they said. But it's like being back on the farm. But it was wonderful. And I thoroughly enjoyed it there. Now, there's 1 or 2 things I'd like to mention. Colonel Bishop is carrying on the tremendous leadership and the discipline that has been initiated by his predecessors. I know we have Colonel Messner here today, and unfortunately Colonel Jeffers is gone, but Colonel Bishop, I applaud you, and I know you're going to do an outstanding job. You've only been here a short time, because if you look back, all of our graduates have done extremely well, and certainly we're proud of them, and I'm proud to have the opportunity. I guess you might say they had to find somebody to give this 3rd plaque to, so they dug me up. I'm not ready for the grave yet, but I've had a great time. But thank all of you very much for coming. It's an honor that's appreciated, not deserved, but thank you all very much.